السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
السلام.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما. رب اجعلني مقيم الصلاة ومن ذريتي ربنا وتقبل دعاء. رب اجعل هذا البلد آمنا واجنبني وبني أن نعبد الأصنام. رب لا تذرني فردا وأنت خير الوارثين. حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل، نعم المولى ونعم النصير. غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير. وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم. ربنا اغفر لنا وارحمنا وأنت خير الراحمين. آمين والحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. Jathiyah, inshallah, we are going to start the section Jathiyah, Surah Jathiyah, 45th Surah, and we studied up to verse 10. So let me read the original text of the verse. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. من ورائهم جهنم ولا يغني عنهم ما كسبوا شيئا ولا ما اتخذوا من دون الله أولياء ولهم عذاب عظيم. The translation reads as general meaning. The translation: hell will follow them, and what they have gathered will not benefit them, nor that they took protectors instead of God. Theirs is a great punishment. The translation says they, but there is a great punishment for them. Or actually, there is a great punishment for them, or great punishment will be for them. You can translate it in both ways. So, as we do study the Qur'an related to our life directly now, we don't go to the story side of it. That is our principle. Somebody may like to go there when we don't go very deep grammatic analysis. We look at the whatever the Quran mentions without bringing another extra information to it, to support to it, which you can find pages of pages in commentaries, tafsir of the Quran. But what we are seeing there, while they are collecting information about the historical context of the event, they talk, let's say they talk 10, 20 pages and collect all the information. Most of them are not really from Islamic sources. Don't have this. We mostly get from Israeliyat. Now, but we must be very careful. I must have mentioned this before. Doesn't matter why it needs to be reiterated because it is important. We see a narration coming from a Sahaba, companion. And we see that this is from companion narrates. So he must hear it from the Prophet. But it is not necessarily so. You know why? Companion may be a convert from Judaism, and he brings this information. And they know that. Some scholars say, be careful, but nevertheless, we find it in Islamic sources. So they collect all of them. That is their profession. Welcome. May Allah be pleased with them. they collected and they didn't waste this heritage, this great Muslim source of information. But we have to be careful. We have to concentrate on what the Quran says rather than historical information, because this historical information doesn't help us really much, and it's not really 100% reliable. So we don't know. The way the Quran deals with and presents to us, if we are very careful about the grammatic structure of it, we understand exactly what it is saying, although not really the details of it. Details, one has to be really expert, not only the grammar, but rhetorical side of the Quran. So let's come to this. Concentrate on the subject as far as we are concerned. مِنْ وَرَائِهِمْ جَهَنَّمْ. What is it talking about here? مِنْ وَرَائِهِمْ جَهَنَّمْ. Who are they? These people, very briefly, I'm going over it. To shame, to teach each sinful person who fabricates lies when he hears it. When they hear God's revelation recited, Allah's ayat recited to them, we said in this section, Jathiyah section, surah, why we are reading this? I keep telling this because it is the purpose of selecting this section. The word ayah is used in three senses at the same time, mixed with each other. That is what you remember, for example, from last week. We said this. So here they are hearing the ayat. It means the ayat of the Quran, sentences of the Quran. Tutla alayhi, they are recited to them. It means they hear, because companions and the Prophet himself and the companions used to recite and narrate, look, the Prophet Muhammad narrated this to us, and as he received from Allah, God, and they hear it, but then persist in denial arrogantly, not really coming up with a substantial response to it. Arrogant, it means, no, it is just nonsense. What is the evidence? What do you say about it? Nothing. Yeah, so they don't come up with, but accusations, and plus later on threatening. So arrogantly, that's why arrogantly means yusiru mustakbiran, mustakbir, kibir. It means really pretending to be much more than what their reality is. So as if they didn't hear them, so give them good news of painful punishment. We studied this, so we are trying to understand where we are coming from as far as the Qur'an's narration itself is concerned. وَإِذَا عَلِمَ مِنْ آيَاتِنَا شَيْءٍ اتَّخَذَهَا هُزُوًا. When he comes to know anything about our signs, ayat, he ridicules it, we said in both senses now, because alima ayatina means they learn, not only hear. So if we say learning through hearing, refers to the Quranic sentences. If we say learning from studying the creation, miraculous creation of God, it refers to the beings, creatures in the universe, in any way. So both this ayat can be understood in both ways. So most of the scholars say our science, our miraculous science, can refer to the ayat of the Quran, at the same time can refer to the ayat of the creation. Both of them declares their, if it is from the Quran, speaker, God. If it is from the creation, if it is from the creator of the universe, who is God, again, Rabbul Alamin. So the Lord of the whole universe. So it is, for example, one of them. You can understand in both ways at the same time. He ridicules it because ittakhadaha huzwa means really, what is he saying? Have you heard this? Oh, come on. Nonsense, isn't it? What? Evidence? No. So such people will have a humiliating punishment. We studied again this one, humiliating punishment. And this verse now we are studying, hell will follow them. It means what Jahannam is the hell. So what does hell represent in the teachings of the Quran? It represents that very, very unbearable suffering of fire. Fire means, excuse me. Fire means something burning. So this burning may be physical burning, as far as the body is concerned, maybe burning of the feelings. For example, let's say a mother is waiting. I'm fine. Thank you very much. Maybe later on. Thank you. You are very kind. Thank you. So a mother is waiting for his, let's say, 7 years old child coming from school. She hears, God forbid, the school bus has crashed and her child died. What does it? Even his finger was cut, wouldn't hurt him that much from her. Isn't true? Yeah. She will be shocked. It says, this news burns me. Yeah. I'm not reducing this. It is no way to reduce it as far as the way the Quran teaches is concerned. Only spiritual punishment, not body. Body. No, we have to understand the nature of spirit. Spirit is human potentials. All the human, what makes us human beings? Our intellect, our consciousness, our feelings, and also our 5 senses, and also our feelings of worry, pain, and feeling pain, and hopes, love, hatred, anxieties, numbers on everybody. It's happy, unhappy, liking, disliking, yeah. Endless. So these feelings cannot operate without body. It needs means because it is created. Anything is created within the conditions of, as wrongly described, which is the order of the universe, cause and effect. But there is no cause, that is something else. But as far as our perception is concerned, we know that if something doesn't happen, the result doesn't happen. Yeah. If you don't see it, a very, very simple example. If you don't sow the seed, does the plant come out? Ask Allah to do it. Does it? No. Do you think God cannot create it without the seed? Does God need the seed? No, it is the way of creation. He says, okay, you are in this world, you have to obey it because your spirit cannot operate, your consciousness, your knowledge, your intellect cannot operate without the spirit. So For example, if they take my eye and keep it alive for 10 minutes, for let's say 10 minutes, they can keep it because this heart transplant. Yeah, not transportation. So my mind went there. So transplanting, they keep it for days. Yeah, I know. For example, I had an operation. My heart was disconnected from my body for 25 minutes. Machine connected, and they kept it. And then they reinstalled it. They had some sort of heart operation that I didn't know. Of course, I was just out. So the doctor told me for 24 hours, your heart, you didn't live with your heart. It is possible. Okay, take the eye, like the working heart, yeah. Can it see? It can't. Why? But it is operating, it is alive. These crazy people say eye is seeing and brain is getting the signals. They are matter, man, they are matter. So without human spirit in it, I cannot see. So we know that eye is a tool for the spirit. But on the other hand, this is very important. That is not very much mentioned about. That is why I keep referring to it maybe on many occasions. At the same time, spirit cannot perceive without the eye. Material eye, it means alive, but body of eye. Oh, they are interdependent on each other. So the pain and pleasure in the next creation has to take after the spirit is separated from the body in this world, and then a resurrection, that's what the Quran is beautifully describes it. After death, a new resurrecting. It means new body is created. For example, the spirit of my spirit, your spirit too, don't worry. So give example on me. Was created because it wasn't given the body yet. It wasn't operating. It wasn't conscious of itself. Yeah, because spirit is just the a countless number of tools to connect its source. What's the source of existence of the spirit? Directly, God, he says, I blew into your body. We have to connect all the ayat, verses of the Quran together. So Allah says, وَنُفِخَ فِيهِ مِنْ رُوحِي وَنَفَخْتُ فِيهِ مِنْ رُوحِي. It means after making the body, Bashar, out of clay, of Adam, description of human, how the human beings are created, Allah says, I breathe into this body, a spirit from my spirit. It means without cause, it created the spirit. So we will understand that the spirit cannot operate without body. That's why it needs to get the tool, material, if you like, but body to operate through. It means it must be given tools so that it can operate and go back. وَإِلَيْهِ تُرْجَعُونَ. So spirit says, using the body, I understand I came from the source of existence of myself and the source of existence of my body. So this circulation, that's why Quran uses ruju' in this sense, going back to Allah. Now, consciously, I have to acknowledge saying that my source of existence, of power of sight, is the creator of the universe. So, after I die, this spirit who's educated, trained with belief, so it goes back. God says, yes, you didn't attribute my present, my gift to you, to nature or some other nonsense things, but real source. So I will appreciate it, give you a permanent body now. That is paradise. But without body, spirit cannot operate. So without body, spirit cannot entertain pleasure. It must taste and get the example. Exactly in the same way, without body, the spirit cannot experience the pain of the hell. It means, what is the pain of the hell? The child, the mother was waiting for the child. When the child comes, happy. When she realized the child died, this separation, not being able to embrace, hold, hug her child, burns her. Lack of it. We experience here what Allah creates, and if we don't return it back to Allah, it means attributed to its source of existence, what happens? My spirit feels the lack of its satisfaction, like the mother has lost her child because she experienced the pleasure of having the baby child. So when my body develops, as some people related to the prophetic narration, after 2-3 months, how it is described, it is not very well, understood and accepted by all scholars, Muslim scholars. I think 3 times 3 weeks period. What does it mean? 9 weeks, something like more than, no, something like 2 months or 3 months, something that I forgot the number of, but doesn't matter. Body is formed in the as a fetus in the mother's womb, and when it is ready, Allah gives. Yeah, the street was created before the body. Somebody asks from Zoom. So, and the spirit is blown in it. It means actually, maybe you have seen it on the screen. Our friend is asking before. As far as the creator is concerned, there is no before and after. But what we see, something created after it is created. That is why I say, I didn't see you yesterday, but I saw you today. I can say this within my life conditions, but we cannot use the word before, after for Allah. So spirit existing there, direct creation of Allah, so we cannot talk about it. Yes, sir.
Question, because you said like the spirit leaves. So like, inshallah, like the day of resurrection, do we get resurrected into a human body?
Yeah.
Go to Jannah, and or person goes to like hell? Is it you go by this same body, or is it like a different type of body?
No,
Not with
according to the living conditions of the next creation. There is no repetition. So
Oh.
there is no reincarnation. No, why? Why should I be? So because reincarnation is the idea for those people, you didn't refer to it, don't worry. I'm not saying this. It reminded me of reincarnation. So the idea of some people who don't believe in the creator, they believe in the existence of this world only. So they say, let me complete the sentence. So they say, since everything exists, what we see the universe, so human beings want, that's correct, not to die and disappear. Correct, isn't it? I don't want to die and disappear. And so if this sense exists within us, it must be some way that I will keep my existence. Where? Within the universe. Why? They don't acknowledge, when in Buddhism there is no belief in God. That is why they have to circulate within the universe. But 50% of this idea is correct, because we want not to go out of, lose existence totally. But the other 50% staying in the world. Why should I stay in the world? Since if I was going to stay in the world, why should I be given death then? Yes, go ahead.
Is there material form in the hereafter?
Are we?
Is there a material existence?
Yeah, like your body, but not like this body. But definitely something for the spirit to exist. Qur'an says we are going to return your spirit into, I'm saying your spirit in bracket, because it says, the Qur'an says, we are going to return the yu'idu. It means we will give it to you in the next creation. So without body, spirit cannot operate.
Even in the hereafter.
No, that is the quality of the spirit. So it cannot operate. That is why it is absolutely necessary that next creation must be the recreation of our spirit. So body. In this world, what we call, mostly because of the materialistic understanding, they reduce human being to body. Yeah, they say you are your body. Your thinking is the function of, they say, your brain, but they don't really define. Brain is this. Whom are you talking about? Your brain. Who's your? You. Who are you? They say you are brain. And why do you say your brain? Tautology, isn't it? So meaningless claims, but they play with the word. Those people who don't think seriously and carefully, they swallow it, unfortunately. That's an unfortunate. So the min veraihim Jahannam means la yuni ahnum ma kesebu şeyen ve la mettehadu min dunillahi evliya azabun, so evliya ve lehum azabun azim, and there is a great punishment for them. You can translate it, but more literally is a great punishment is their lot. It means the lahum, that share is great punishment. But punishment with what? Through body, with body. So definitely resurrection is subject to body. Resurrection is not subject to spirit. Spirit doesn't die. My typical example is, very simple example, when, for example, let's say, now everything is frozen outside, yeah? And every liquid is frozen outside. When it is hot, what this principle of freezing happens? What happens to the principle of freezing? There is nothing frozen. What happened? Do you think the principle of in creation, they call it law of freezing? No. Principle of freezing. When all water thaws and becomes liquid, what happened to the principle of creation of, let's call it, to make it easy to understand, law of freezing disappears. You will see when the water comes again solid, it starts functioning. So when my body becomes dysfunctioning, loses its functioning quality, spirit as if, just in a figurative way I'm speaking, spirit says, okay, what shall I do with this one? Doesn't work. If a machine doesn't work, what do you do?
Throw it out.
No, machine doesn't work. Yeah, its program is alive, yeah?
Yeah.
And also, you throw it, the machine, get another machine, and upload the program on it again. Yeah. Now, exactly, body dies. Don't say, I hope your mother is alive. Good. Your grandmother? Alive. I'm not asking, I know. Great-grandmother? No. Your grandmother did not die. Her body died. Dysfunctioned. Became this one. So she needed another body. So definitely in another form of existence, she must be given another body. When I die, will be the same. So I say I don't die, my body becomes dysfunctional. So when my body becomes dysfunctional, life as if the law of creation gone. Yeah? But when there is a functioning body, law of life starts operating. So we have to understand that death is not really something frightening at all. Okay, whatever I now, min weraihim Jahannam, do you think Jahannam is behind them and they don't feel it? They feel it now only in their feelings. They feel the lack of it high because I'll come to you, because they imagine whatever they are enjoying is directly going into the past. As it goes into the past, two things are happening there. One, I lost it. Even if I get tomorrow, it will go again. Yeah. And my enjoyment is gone. They feel the loss of enjoyment of today, even while they are having it, because they know it is going to die. That is one lack of the pleasure. Another lack of the pleasure they experience in this world, because they don't believe in the Creator, that he is protecting, or he is the owner of this creation, although the creation goes, but the Creator is always there because he keeps recreating. Yeah? Continuously, the creation continues. So the second feeling of Jahannam in this world, I am losing them, but at the end I will totally use them. They know that they are going to die. So these two double Jahannam, they are living this Jannatan in Surah Rahman, because Jannatan, two for jinn or for. One of the meaning of is this: while you are here, you know that the believers, they are not losing, because whoever created it, he's permanent. Creation is permanent with him, but my experience is transient. So that is one Jannah. I didn't lose it. Because when you learn something, you add something and the taste is with you. Although what you add is gone, don't you know that as a believer, now use the importance of being a believer, it's very important. As a believer, what do you know? the Creator can create such a taste that I'm experiencing. This news is what? Creator is permanent. So this taste is also from him, it is permanent. Although I am not experiencing it, but I didn't lose it completely because I know my Creator has it. I acknowledge it, I return to it. Ruju' Iman is really connecting the taste to its real owner. So, for example, but you are not a child. A child eats its breakfast, but as long as his experience shows it, does the child worry about dinner? Why? Because he knows my father can give me, my mother can give me. Yeah, he knows. So he doesn't have any worries because he knows that his parents have it. Exactly the same way. The believer knows that my Creator has it. So, he can create any time. It didn't disappear. After I die, my spirit, which I connected to God, he will be with me. So we have to understand this again, that while we are experiencing something, if we acknowledge that, whatever it is, from an absolute being, I connect, return to it. When I am taken out of this world and ruju, it means return back to my source of existence, I will be find them with my Creator. That is paradise. Those people who denied it, they will be fine. They will be experiencing what? Lack of what have they? We are lost. I was lucky to have it, and this is gone. Yes,
So
Khalid.
this reminded me of something. Somebody I was speaking to about these ideas, and we were looking at a previous ayah, and it was saying that the one that you had on the thing before about how people reject things because of arrogance.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, where does that arrogance come from? Because people will see it, it'll make sense, it'll sound like it could be the truth, but there's something in the person that says no, and they reject it, and they come up with, like what I was saying, Hazwa, they just make fun of it, they mock it. Where does that arrogance come from in a person?
Yeah. Now, first of all, let's go this mustakbir, why it is translated as arrogant, because istikbar comes from kibir, kabura. So, big. But istikbar, big, istikbar means, this is the form, yeah, istikbar form. Gives the meaning, it has several meaning, but in this case, it means this. Although it is not big, pretends to be big.
So
Now,
insecure.
can we do this? Do we have this capacity to deny the truth? Do we have the capacity to tell a lie? What does it mean? Tell a lie means not really something existing. Now, our capacity works in this way. First, we know that, for example, there is a table here. I'm putting my computer on, yeah? So as soon as I say a table, I know that, my friend Khalid doesn't have it. What did I talk about here? Not existence of the table with you. So existence is real, but human mind always works with two zawj. We studied the zawj really in previous ayats. Did we study zawj with you? I think in this class. Do you remember? Is anyone? So Anyways, I studied with some people. It's a very important word to search. No, we studied
The gene.
on Mondays. Yes. Gene, yeah. When we are studying gene, we studied the important verses of the Quran relating to zewj. It means pairs. We create pairs. Even my spirit is represented in the Quran. Pair is what? Spirit. Shaitan. Yeah? The spirit of human being, jinn, in bodily existence. Jinn exists, but just a pair of human beings. So they don't have body, we have. That's it. For example, spirit represents that it acknowledges the truth, but Satan represents opposite of truth. So we always choose between two options. So we have to understand how we are functioning. So accordingly, we evaluate what we are supposed to do. So spirit acknowledges the existence of the chair. And I'm speaking with the language of the Quran. Satan says, but you don't have it. So spirit acknowledges the creator. And Satan represents, that's why whisperings of Satan means this. You cannot get rid of it because everything exists with its pair. That is the, if you like, reality of the creation. So that is why Allah presents in the Quran says, La ilaha illallah, pair. You see, one of them represents non-existence, the other one represents existence. So, La ilaha is the area of Satan, illallah is the area of spirit. So, that is how the balance of the universe is North Pole, South Pole, attraction, repulsion. And out of this, balance exists, that the universe is established. If you like, the universal law of existence is based on gravity in physical terms. So we are here. Why? Because sun is there. Sun is there because Earth is here. So there. But one of them is attracting, the other one is running away by turn. The turn will cause, repulsion. That is how the balance of the universe is kept in such a way, miraculous way, that we cannot attribute it to accidental happening. Accident cannot, create its opposite to keep the balance. So it will be contradictory nature, but at the same time complementary action. Impossible to explain it on accident. Impossible. Yeah. So we have to be comfortable about it. So istikbar comes from my reality, and as soon as I see that my reality needs to be created, mine automatically calls it its pair. No, you are not. You may not. So istikbar is what I am not.
So when someone is given the truth, suddenly they have the two options.
Yeah. That is why, for example, you can confirm it, you can deny it. You are free. That is why the Quran describes the enemies of the prophets as mukazzibun, muftari, iftira, this ifk comes from the, not the same root, but if means also fabricating something which doesn't exist, then the reality. Nowadays, today, the reality of existence is how it exists. With everything exists with its qualities. So if something doesn't have the quality, it means it doesn't exist. So I am created with the ability to think, with the ability to my eye, with the ability to that I am feeling, giving feelings. That is my existence. They say you are naturally like this. What is this? That's your nature. Come on, what is how I am created? I am saying what is the source of how I am created? It says your source of existence, what you are. Look at this tautology, total tautology. So when they say nature has no reality, istikbar, right? Got it?
Where's the benefit in choosing the lie?
You can acknowledge the existence of truth only by rejecting its opposite. Otherwise, the typical example, even the Sunday school education, they teach you, if there was no darkness, shade, would you be able to acknowledge the existence of light? We can't. Only heat will happen, coolness will be created. We realize the existence of it. That is how, if you like, our essence is, if you like. We only understand everything through its opposites. We say lying, it means not true. We say true, it means not lying. Otherwise, there is only truth and not lying at all. It doesn't, you don't know what truth is. We wouldn't know. So that is how we are created, yeah.
But that's only in the dunya, right? Because
That is
only in the dunya, because
in
this life, in this world,
this world.
like our humanly existence can only understand through relativity.
Results of?
We can only see things by comparison.
Yeah, in this world.
As humans.
Yeah.
But like, for example, angels don't need to.
No, they don't have free will, so they don't have to choose. If they don't have to choose, they don't need two options. That is only what the Quran describes angels. Whatever they receive, they execute it. They are not execute, is the wrong way, but they obey and transfer it. Yeah, get it and transfer it into form of this universe. So, but we know that I have to do something. I don't do it. Always, I don't do it when I know that I should do it. So for example, as a student knows that he has to study, yeah? But knowing that he has to prepare his assignment, does it necessitate for the student that he does it? No, he may not. Option. So we have to understand that our free will is also works like this. Yeah.
I was gonna ask a question that kind of off of what she said. Like, if you go to heaven, inshallah, are you like an angel now, or do you have free will?
No, I have body. Angels don't have body. So I have to eat.
Oh, I still have to eat. I could still
I have to taste.
play basketball, whatever I want to do.
Yeah. Why not? Everything you said, that is Allah's grace. That if you love basketball,
Yeah.
but be careful, if you attributed this taste of playing basketball as created by God in you, so that you are experiencing it. When after playing basketball, and then when you receive the news from your friends that, oh, we are going to have a team tomorrow at 8 o'clock, come early morning to this park, do you start feeling happiness? You said, Alhamdulillah, I experienced that happiness. This happiness is created by him, not accidental. Otherwise, he wouldn't, if he had not created you with the taste of happiness of playing basketball, would you be able to recognize it? How? This is how I am created. However you are created, you have to attribute it back to ruju, turn it back to its origin. Origin is the creator. So when you acknowledge it by saying Bismillah, Bismillah reminds you, Alhamdulillah, I enjoyed today by playing basketball. So according to the living conditions of next life, you will have it. That is why Qur'an explains or describes the hell and paradise with the examples of this world. Because we cannot imagine hereafter. So uses fire, for example. Everybody is afraid of fire. Are we not? So why? Birds, man, you cannot stop it. So fire doesn't get satisfied. The Quran describes it. Why? The more you give, it doesn't say I am full. Helim, I don't remember the word. Imle, mele, it means full. Are you full now? It says, Helmin mazid. Is there any more? The more you give, it swallows it, never gets satisfied. That is hell. It means this pain of lack of things never gets satisfied because there is nothing. So Allah says, okay, I'm not going to create. Go and ask your partners assigned, so that this is God, this is God. Ask them to create it for you. Then you will suffer from lack of it. Then the Quran says, they will get no response from their shirk, idols. It means nature, accident. Go and ask accident to create what you want. In the hereafter, they will, the people of hell will be called, okay, ask your accident or natural evolvement, or random happenings to become a human being for you, or to become something you like, a tree you like, then enjoy it. Okay, go ahead. So they will always be like this, as this word is says. Yeah. Min waraihim jahannam. He will follow them. He will a hell will follow them. It means that they will never ever be stop the pain of lack. Now, did somebody want to say something? Is it?
I can read it.
No, but I keep speaking.
So in our pre-earthly existence, do we
Yeah?
pre-earthly existence before we were?
Yeah.
So
Or this just theoretical, not experiential.
yeah. Well, we testify to the existence of
Because we cannot assign time for spirit.
Yeah.
Because can you assign time for the principles of creation?
No, but that's not.
But yeah, okay.
We still, even if it's not experiential, we still testified to.
Because of the nature of spirit,
Yes.
we cannot testify it. We understand. We cannot assign time.
But we recognize that
But ideally, we recognize that we cannot assign. Now, if I not describe something, if I am not able to describe something in time dimension, can I say before, after? It exists. That's it.
right. So I'm saying only on Earth are we given a physical human body,
And the
to
spirit
experience.
is uploaded on it.
Yes.
Yes.
So why do we need a body
Okay.
beyond the density of Earth? Like,
Now, because spirit, it is the nature of spirit cannot operate, okay, without body. Now, let me tell you, This is the principles of creation, which is called by the materialist people laws of nature. Now, for example, people find out the principles of how the water is really upholding a heavy body. So the surface, the density of the body, whatever the technical words are, and the water and the gravity. To put all the elements, you understand that this big ship, if it has this body, and if it is as much heavy as this amount, then water can keep it up. If exceeds this one, this certain amount of weight, then it sinks. Now the principles are there. This is called laws of lifting, or whatever it is, laws of Lavoisier. The one that formulated the first time, Lavoisier, I think. That is how sorry?
Buoyancy.
Sorry?
Buoyancy.
Buoyant?
That's the word.
Buoyancy.
Buoyancy.
I mean, law of physics. That's it.
That's it. Now, look. Now we found it. Now, this is law. Yes, the principle, I call it principles of creation. Now, the principles of creation, if there is no body, no water, can you ever know the existence of the principle of this lifting of body, the water? No, body. So, spirit is described in the Qur'an as the law, principle, Amr, min Amr Rabbi. It means, Amr means just command. Command means what? For example, the commander-in-chief says to the army, stand up. It is just word, but people act. But there is no army there. Commander comes out of his apartment and stays in the balcony, and everybody is sleeping at night. He says, stand up. There is nobody. So the order is there. But so, for example, after a universe exists, we understand that it is the result of command of kun fayakun. It means be and it is. Got it? So if there was no universe, would you know be and it is in the Emrullah, God's Emr, God's command? No. After it becomes in existence, then you confirm it. Exactly the same way. We say by definition of being a law, we cannot assign any time before or after. And body disappear, law, principle doesn't disappear. So body dies, spirit doesn't die. Why? Spirit is not doesn't have body and is not subject to time. So we can, for example, can we say God existed trillions, quadrillions years ago and then before we cannot talk about it. But are we sure that such an absolute being must exist? Yeah. How, as far as we are concerned, after seeing the body of what he has created. If we have not seen, let's assume that it is not possible. We are in the creation and we are a part of the creation. If you have not seen the universe, can you talk about what got created? Huh?
No.
Can you talk about God is the creator? Can you? So we only say, sorry?
Beyond this universe, no.
Sorry?
Beyond this current universe that we exist in, no, we can't speak of that.
So as far as we are concerned, we cannot come to the idea, rich idea, that the creator of the universe exists. Yeah. So La ilaha means this universe cannot be its own existence. Yeah. A part of this universe cannot be the creator of this universe. Got it? La ilaha, this universe cannot be its own creator. La ilaha. Therefore, since it exists, there must be a creator. Illallah. Yeah.
First of all, excuse me, because I'm new to Islam. I took Shahada on the 2nd of December. So
Perfectly welcome. No problem. So don't think that the other Muslims know better than you. They don't know Quran. Don't worry about it.
The young
Mostly.
sister's been on some
Sorry?
subjects- The young sister's been on some subjects that I've been thinking about myself.
Yeah. I mean,
Talk about
everybody
souls and
here.
spirits. And the Prophet, peace be upon him, says that soulmates are two souls that knew each other in the realm of souls.
Realm of soul.
Realm of souls, where our spirits existed prior to our corporeal form in this universe. That is how I understand what I've read. And then
Mm.
after this corporeal existence, we go on to Beza. If I'm correct, excuse me if I'm not making the correct pronunciations. But we don't know exactly how we would exist. I believe that's what you're getting. So I had the same questions too. Is our spirit, is our soul on, so we have the creator, as you said, he cannot exist within this universe. Because if this universe had not existed before, he would not exist, and that is not the way it works. So we have the creator existing above, and we have the area of souls where our spirit existed prior to this corporeal form. We have the form that we live in today in this universe. Then, as I understand it, we have Bezra, and then after that we have Jen. Am I correct in that thinking? So my question is kind of what hers is too, is like, did we have an existence, our spirit have a corporeal form in some way of existence prior to this, that let's say we had to learn lessons, like in this, as a new person embracing Islam, I feel like my lesson in this world is to understand that there is only one God, and that is Allah, and that is my choice not to. And living here now in this realm, in this existence, as my spirit occupies this corporeal form, my whole function, my whole purpose, my whole design is to worship Allah, understand his truth, and be closer to him. Am I correct?
No, correct. As far as your experience here is concerned, your responsibility is to acknowledge the truth, but using your free will, which chooses between two. Yeah, don't confuse the things before, after. Now do we know that we need to be created by a one, very simple, by a one, emphasizing something, who created the universe, who must be the creator of the universe, who put me within the connection of the whole universe. Got it? Every feeling is, I am the center of my universe, in my conception. Yeah. So you have free will, like everybody else. You have two options. Either you say, I don't care it. Yeah. Or you say, yeah, this is a serious matter. I have to be honest because I have been given these senses. So when you feel, when you say, when you tell a lie, do you feel that, do you understand that you are doing something wrong? You are telling a lie? Absolutely, yeah. If you didn't know, it means you are not telling a lie. You are just, you don't just know. That's it, it's not a lie. But you know that from your own life experience, you and I, we know from our own life experience that when I acknowledge the truth, and that is what I am doing is right. That is why the human beings can acknowledge what is right, what is wrong. That is why we are responsible. That is why we are responsible. Understood? Because we have been given the ability and we have been given the potential to acknowledge what is right and what is wrong. So, what we have to do, there is nothing to confuse with terminologies like, I'm going to do ibadah, or these kind of things are practical side. Yeah? It doesn't mean that they are not important. Now, foundation must be established firmly that why I, for example, talk about worship, why I talk about going through barzakh or akhirah. I belong to the one who created the whole universe, and he located me within this universe with the ability to communicate throughout the universe with no limitations. How? Through my spirit. Because spirit doesn't acknowledge time, doesn't acknowledge space. So, Rabbul Alamin, that's what Qur'an says. Alhamdulillah. Right? Everything, every quality can only belong to Allah. Who's Allah? What are you talking about? Rabbul Alameen. The Lord, the owner, the creator, the sustainer. There are many meanings on it. Of this whole universe. Does it make sense so far? No? Yeah. So, whole universe belongs to him. But this universe is created in time, linear. That is how he creates. That's what how I understand. Matter cannot be a arranger of this huge interconnected, as we mentioned before, in a contradictory but complementary form of existence, just to make human beings is completely all the way blocked to deny that everything is created and managed by the absolute one. Absolute means, do you understand absolute? Absolute?
Yes.
Yeah, you do. It means we cannot talk about time, speed, or number, or limitations, anything. We cannot describe it. Why? Why we cannot describe it? Because we can describe the things only within the conditions of this universe. This universe is his work. Here is the machine. Can you describe the engineer of the machine by looking at the machine, saying that it is not this like this one or like this part? You can't. But we have to say it must have another level of existence. Machine is the work, engineer is a human being. As far as the work, machine, and human being, the engineer, are concerned, you cannot describe engineer like any part of the work. You cannot describe the work like any characteristics or qualities of its engineer. One of them is machine made of better. The other one is human being. Yeah. Example. This is a known example. Exactly the same way. Of course, analogies are made only for one option, one thing, one purpose. The essence of existence of work and its creator, maker, is irrelevant to each other. But at the same time, the qualities we see in the work refers that whoever made this machine must be the source of existence of this quality. Do you get it? No. All right? Now, this is important. How do we know that this machine must have an existence? Because the machine has some qualities. It is made with the qualities. This materialist people call these qualities nature. So the qualities of the machine made the machine. That is what materialist idea, so simplistic. If there was no quality of the machine, we cannot call it machine. It is created with its qualities, whatever we call the qualities. We cannot separate the qualities from the machine itself. Do you understand?
I
No.
did, but I wanted to use the same analogy because
Sorry?
I do, but continuing on your same analogy,
Yeah.
the machine is created in essence in a sort of corporeal form.
So,
But the machine-
excuse me. I have problems with my hearing. So,
That's fine. So the machine
yeah.
is created by the engineers, you said, the computer.
Well, must be
Must be
created.
created.
Yeah.
So our bodies are created by Allah.
No, you don't go this. Be careful here. By creating someone which is not a part of this universe, which is not a part of my body. La ilaha illallah.
Allah creates.
So,
Or am I wrong?
no, you are right. You are right. But when you speak like this, you take the word Allah for granted. But the word Allah is conclusion. We cannot establish any reasoning on conclusion. So we have to say the conclusion of my reasoning is called in the Quran Allah. No, because we are not used to this hearing from the Muslim speakers. So we have to use this. Yeah. Created by Allah, it means you accepted Allah, first of all. But no, we are reasoning now. When we are praying, we will say, Allah, you created it. But while we are reasoning, this machine must have an engineer. This engineer is called Johnson.
Right.
Now, so we have to say must be and then call Allah. Conclusion. Allah means period. That it means full stop, finish. Allah, finish. La ilaha illa Allah, finish. But we are saying la ilaha. In this word, we keep saying la ilaha, la ilaha. Do you understand me?
Yeah, but I'm understanding.
Yeah,
Not
it
understanding.
may not go with the way most of the people speak to Muslim population. And because they know that this Muslim population already believe in God. So they give reference to it. But when we are reasoning and confirming our belief, what we have to do, confirm Allah at the end that there must be a creator who is called Allah. There must be a creator who is called Allah. You understand this now? Now you continue. So this speech reveals the way of we are reasoning. So while we are reasoning, we have to go through La ilaha illallah. It means La ilaha. This machine, parts of this machine, cannot make themselves into existence, and they cannot be source of existence of the qualities I am seeing in its existence, right? So where did machine came from with its qualities? There must be a one who made it. This one, we call it in daily language engineer. In the Quran, it says, I am the one who created. You call me Allah. Who is Allah? Rabbul Alameen. Introduce himself. So it means, Lem yalid, welem yulad, welem yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. That is what ahad means. Allahu, I have to go through this, very simple. Qul huwa, qul, that is the mission, that's something. Huwa, There must be something. Who made this? Who? It means he. He is Allah. What are you talking about? Allah is Samad. Samad? What did you say? Sorry, Ahad? قل هو الله أحد. Ahad means what? Absolute.
Yeah.
It means I cannot describe. I don't know. There must be a maker, but I don't know. I don't know. Where is it? Beyond the stars, I don't know. I don't know. It means Ahad means I cannot describe. Absolute. I cannot describe absolute. Who is that? A Samet goes. Samet means the one who created this, gave existence, but it is not like this existent one. Why? The existent one needs to be created, and the source of existence of this shouldn't need to be created. Neither one cannot create, give existence to something that didn't exist. So, lem yelid ve lem yulad, still describing huwa. He. Say he. Still describing. Lem yelid. What does it mean? Yeah, okay. You must have heard this. He gave birth to no one. It means he inherited his quality to no one. It means in the universe, you cannot find anything with the quality of its maker. Yeah, like baby. Baby has the quality of its mother, its father, because they are in the universe. But he has not given birth, not begotten. Begotten and not, how did they say that? I don't like this translation. That's why I didn't learn it. So, as the Christians say, yeah, that is something else. That's something else. But it means really, he has not given birth to anyone. Birth means from its own nature. No, it means you cannot find any quality of the creator within what he has created. So any part doesn't represent it. But baby grows, becomes like his mother or her mother. Got it? Now, Willem Mulet, and he shouldn't have anyone from whom he has inherited the qualities. It means needy. The stupid people, stupid I will call them, ask the question. What is the question? Can Allah create another God? Look at this, how stupid the language is. Believing wisdom said, no, it is not omnipotent then. Oh, what did I say? Oh, no. If something is not needy of created, cannot be God anywhere, what are you talking about? That is what Welabu, that means he has not been born, begotten. So, conclusion. وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ. You cannot find any equivalent of the creator within the created being. It means you cannot find any engineer within the machine. So logical. So that is why I say, while we are reasoning, not we are praying, we are reasoning. We have to start from La ilaha, end up with definitely illallah. Why some people uses Muslims' claim and defense, not doesn't make sense because they use this Allah, believe in Allah in the beginning. As if illallah la ilaha. It means I believe in God, that is why there is no other God. Doesn't make sense. Why? I believe in God. Where did you get the idea of God? So I got the idea of God, I confirmed it because I know the universe needs a creator and there is no creator in the universe. So it needs a creator. So this creator is called God. It is simple, but because of our language, we are defeated in this world. In our reasoning, just simple language, we have to be very careful. Did you get it, my friend? That is why I am sensitive about this kind of speech presented to already Muslim population in Friday khutbah sermon. Why? They are there to be reminded the value of their belief, not the reasoning of their belief. They are not ready for it. You cannot present a reasoning in 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Then afterwards, they start sleeping. So, I mean, the general public of this generation, unfortunately, they cannot stand up for 1 hour. So, my friend, we are here in this class basing our belief on such a satisfying way, satisfactory way that no one can challenge me. That is how we read the Quran here. For example, we are just here,
I wasn't challenging. I was just going to ask a simple question about the soul. And
sorry?
I wasn't actually challenging. I was just going to ask a question in reference to the soul, in comparison to like the computer, for example.
So, sorry.
I don't know if maybe I phrased my question.
No.
What I was getting at was your computer exists, but unless you plug it in, it does not work.
Yeah.
And God, Allah, I exist because of Allah. Allah created
No.
our universe.
But your language, no.
How so?
A computer example is only for one purpose, that explains everything.
I'm just saying that, like the computer, you need to plug it in. Does not the body need to be powered by the spirit? That's all I was trying to get at. That was my question. As much like the computer needs to be plugged in, if it does not get plugged in, it will not function. Yeah. So we as human beings, if we do not have that energy source, the spirit, the soul, we would not function. Yeah. That was really all. That was my
Correct.
That was my question.
No, the question, is it the question or this conclusion? Now, I need somebody to give me existence, don't I?
Correct.
No. That is what I am. I need somebody to give me existence. I cannot exist by myself. All right. Now I start investigating. Who or what can be the source of my existence? I start questioning because I have been given the ability to question. So I use it. I have the free will to use it. I'm using it. What can be the source of my existence? The fruit I ate today, the bread I ate today, they cannot know how to feel like, love, or they have nothing to do with it. But my body functions like my gas, like, I mean, your example, but they cannot be my creator. But they are the things that I am breathing in who put me in this connection. I am connected to sunlight, I'm connected to the atmosphere, I'm connected to gravity, I'm connected to food. Yeah, I am connected. My friends and my feelings need to communicate with others. Who put me in this position? Who gave me this ability? I cannot find the source of existence of any of this. Source of existence of fruit. Soil? DNA? DNA is just written information. Who wrote it? But can you say that by looking at a written book? Of course, it is written by using the something happened. Khalid, something happened. What happened in the screen? Now, can you say that because the book is written with ink? Maybe I spoiled it. Something. Let's see. Let's see. All right. No. Sorry, it's too late, but now, where were you? Ah, yeah, the book example. Now, the ink is made of molecules, isn't it? Some pieces, atoms, particles, yeah? Can you say the molecules and particles wrote the book? But they say, look, it consists of such and such chromosomes. They many names, and they are making it a meaningful DNA codes, which is huge information. The matter is the source of information. Is it possible? Creator. Is it possible?
Creator, yes.
No, no, no. The matter, can the matter be the source of existence of information? La ilaha. It means the cell and DNA structure cannot be the source of existence of the information. Who knows that? Matter? Can matter know something? There must be a one who knows and uses this in this word, ink, and writes it. Example. So exactly the same way, there must be a one who gave my existence with its information, everything, brain, and also human capacity, feelings. That is how I exist. That is why we call La ilaha, therefore illallah. Without La ilaha, we cannot say illallah, but of course, once, twice, 100 times, we become familiar with it, and at the end start saying illallah. That is what we are talking here. Illallah, but when we are reasoning, we have to know illallah is the result of la ilaha process. That's what I am saying, which is for me very important while we are thinking, questioning, oh, something bad happened to me. No, it works and comes to me as to my aid, to my help. La ilaha illallah. This event, which I don't like, cannot be created accidentally. And this feeling that I don't like cannot exist by itself. The one who created this event, which I don't like, the one who created me with this sense, tells me, don't like this one. Then understand that why I am creating it. See the wisdom in it. I am educating you who you are. You cannot guarantee. There is an earthquake. What happens? Oh, we felt, we didn't know, we know everything in opposition. So universe, the earth is stable, isn't it? Not by itself. The one who made it stable, that's why it's stable, because earth cannot make itself stable. So we have to understand, because this cannot be the source of existence of it is stability or stability, how you pronounce it. Got it? Clear? Exactly the same way, we have to follow Quranic method in reasoning. When we conclude, I am sure there must be an absolute being who's called Allah in the Quran. So this source is giving the true source. It says, okay, then practice this conclusion in your practical life as my prophet taught you, as I trained him to teach you like this. Come to me with this conclusion and say, today my experience told me again, you are my Lord. That is why I am coming to present my conclusion to you. Allahu Akbar. The meaning of prayer becomes so powerful in my life, so that I feel, I understand, I feel I have to declare, confess my conclusion to my Creator. That's why I am here, my Creator. This is worship now. But before worship, we have to go back to our reasoning process again. So it goes, the more we exercise this, the quicker it becomes. But while we are arguing, while we are thinking, whatever happens to us, we have to say, no, la ilaha, it doesn't happen by itself. Earthquake doesn't happen by itself. It is the planning, purpose of its creator, because earth cannot decide what to do, how to construct itself. No, it is impossible. The way always the Quran, if you closely read the Quran without any prejudice, any pre-accepted concepts, for example, here, in the verse we are studying today, hell is always after them. How do we know? Because as I deny the reality, I know I am denying, and I cannot get rid of this knowledge or awareness, and my conscience tells me, you are telling a lie, you are telling a lie, you are telling a lie. I am automatically experiencing the hell, lack of the truth, lack of the truth. Quran comes, you will experience in your existence this lack of the truth forever. You say, I deserve it. In the school, last, don't worry, Khalid. In the school, you don't go to school, you don't you deny your I, doesn't matter. Example, that's the only example. You deny the school, the purpose of existence of the school. Deny, don't go to class, listen to the prof, learn, don't do your assignment. What happens? You know that after graduation, you will be as ignorant as ever. Those people who seems to be enjoying their life in the dining room, chatting away, good conversation, but inside, Allah says, yeah, in the Quran, there is something. Listen to yourself. It never leaves you alone. Your Qareen, the Quran says, your Qareen is there. I miss today again. I miss today again. I miss today again. the painful follow. When the graduation day, they become, yeah, you know, when they are welcomed to hell, the Quran describes beautifully. Oh, have they not come any warner to you? Because the warner is prophet, warner is within us. Always with us. The Quran says, always with us. That is what really we experienced. Yeah, I need that, but next semester I will do it. I promise, kept promise, never did it. At the end, we said, قالوا بلى ولكن حقت كلمة العذاب على الكافرين. They say, yeah, it means human beings already know. Quran speaks about hereafter while we are here. Why? We experience it. The signs of it, that we can confirm this news. Yep. About to finish. Sorry?
You're going to close the building.
Yeah, inshallah. So after graduation, it will continue our ignorance. That is the point. That is what the Quran is describing in this verse, inshallah. Thank you, but keep coming. Keep coming, inshallah. And how the Quran must be understood on a confirmation base, not imitation base. After confirming, you can follow it. Without going through the confirmation phase, you cannot follow. You and I understood, that's why I insist in this method, in this study. Everybody does a job. I appreciate everyone, but this perspective of studying the Quran is not much true. Khalid, what do you say? Not much practiced. This confirmation, not many people, but it's not an accusation. This is the somehow neglected because people love speaking to already believing people. So it is always welcomed. Everybody is happy. But if someone questions, if someone has a problem, unfortunately, they don't go to the Quran, they go to therapists because their belief was not enough. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم وآخر دعواهم أن الحمد لله رب العالمين بحرمة سر سورة